Wasn't he saying, oh, no, hang on, I'll shut up, go live, let's go. Let's do this.
We're live. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Crash Cat. Hi, Cat. Hi, Grasshopper, Frank. But that's it right now. So we got me and Blackie right now until other people show up, hopefully.
Hi.
Yay, there he is.
Sorry, I've been experimenting with 2 cameras running. Hi, Cat. Hi, Trash Cat. Hi, Huawei. Hi, Frank. And hi, StreamYard.
And Anthony, hello.
And Chu and Anthony. I just finished not long ago, like a 2-hour plus. Just ignore that human behind me.
Oh, there's Frank. Hi, Frank.
That's A part. You may remember him from such episodes as the extra. Oh, what is it? The world's hottest corn chip challenge from last week.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, I just finished a fairly monster episode with Rico Stan. His Focus On series, for some reason, wanted to focus on me.
Yep, and I missed it, so I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I was thinking it was going to be next week. Hi, Jenny Lynn.
Hey, Jenny. I think he must have had a well, I thought he must have had a guest pull out to rely on me, but he said that I'd apparently missed a few emails from him talking about getting me on, so I'll credit him to
Craig,
that and save it. But yeah, that was good fun. It was really good fun, and I liked the format. G'day, Cragos. It was a good format. He asked me a lot of questions that were, incisive and made me say lots of things. And then the second half of the show, when the crowd got to ask questions, they asked questions that were, probably even more incisive and made me think even more about stuff. There's some really good questions came out of the crowd. It was good stuff. It was good fun. But, it also did make me start drinking a little bit earlier in the day, so I might not be the best guest for this stream. I might end up a little bit stupid. G'day, Bobbo.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
Do I get to just change my camera whenever I want? I think I can, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Anthony.
I'm going to show everybody the snake enclosure real quick.
Yeah, do that for sure. It looks so
and you
good.
can tell us all about it and what's coming
G'day,
up.
TRB.
That's where I was at. I got
Hi, Crash Cat.
Looking at it.
That is just so awesome.
It really is.
Doesn't that you look at the one below and the one above, and the black just makes everything pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like I say, once he gets some greenery in there, it's going to be so awesome.
Even the bits of black that he's sort of spattered on the wood just makes such
that looks
a difference
good
to the wood as well.
And there are caves in there, but you can't tell by looking at that where they're at.
Yeah. Man, I'm so impressed at how forward thinking he was, that he planned all of his wiring and caves and all of that stuff in advance, well before it was even being built, I don't think he learnt that skill from me.
It's pretty awesome. It's really awesome.
Sure wish I could get one of them.
Yeah, I think I told you the other day that he was going on about how he's never going to do one of these again because of how much pain they were, how much anguish he had to go through to create one, make it happen. But yeah, he's been getting his girlfriend and his younger brother to do some of the painting just so he doesn't have to do all of the hard yards. I think he's secretly, inwardly getting a little bit sick of it, but I think once the final result comes out, I think he's going to be so satisfied and so happy with it.
Even the great masters had people help them.
Absolutely. No one.
Actually, like way back, like in the Renaissance and stuff, the master painters had people that totally did the painting for them, and they would just go through and put on finishing touches and call it theirs.
Yeah.
That's the way they used to do it.
Well, there's also that theory that that Shakespeare, he might have been the originator of a writer's room, where he had a team of writers doing the work, and he just, because he was the boss, put his name to it all.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that before, but I know the old artists used to do it because, like, that's how Michelangelo got started, was as an apprentice, doing painting for somebody else.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it was widely used in the old days, getting a bunch of plebs to do your work and then claim fame for it.
Yep.
So how are we all? What's been going on? How's your burn going, Pam? We haven't talked about that yet.
Oh, it's nasty. It's still nasty.
No doubt.
I think they take a long time to heal. It's starting to heal like up by my knee and maybe down by my ankle a little bit. But there's areas where it's really pussy, and there's one big spot that's about 6 inches square that's still just all bright red, no skin, meat looking. But
did you receive your care package from Huawei?
Yes, I did, and I've been using the bandages, and he sent me some first aid stuff, first aid ointment that I'm going to use, but first I'm using up the rest of this silver tint stuff gel. It's kind of making like a almost like a skin layer over the top of some of it. So, I mean, it's almost like a hard plastic feeling layer that I think is from this gel stuff.
G'day, Trav. Is that like that aerosol spray on skin stuff?
No, it's a gel that you have to put on.
No. I was always scared
But
of that.
specifically, it's supposed to be the first thing, the best thing for burns. So, and like I say, it's making almost like a layer of skin on top of it. So that's probably a good thing.
He showed me what he was going to send you a couple of times, and I made suggestions, and I didn't have the heart to leave the cayenne pepper gauze on. I said, no, on second thought, no, don't send her that.
What?
He was showing me what he was going to send you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
he sent me what he thought about it. So
he sent me some non-stick gauze pads.
But I said at the end, I had to tell him to take off the cayenne pepper gauze.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But he sent me this first aid cream that's a skin protectant with vitamins A and D. And like I say, once this silver stuff is gone, then I'll start using this one that he sent me.
G'day, Kat. G'day, Nonna.
Everybody's saying, tell Sarah we miss her. Hi, Nona.
For sure.
I tried to get her to appear on that previous stream that I just did not long ago, and I tried to get her to appear on this one as well, but she is trying to use her Sunday more wisely.
Yeah, well, her show's coming up pretty soon here. And I'm
Yeah,
sure
we
she's getting
had
happy about it.
a fucking mega scare this morning too.
What's that?
My sister, who had already said that she was
Daddy.
going to come and look after, g'day Patty, look after mum and dad while I was gone, had said, oh, I hadn't agreed to that when she had, g'day Skipper.
Uh-oh.
And
What?
yeah. So we've had this ever since I got up this morning, and leading into that other stream that I did just before. I've had this incredibly stressful morning trying to sort out and making sure that I've got people to back me up here while I'm gone for 5 days.
Yeah.
And one of my sisters, the less reliable one of my sisters, who had said that she would be here to do that, was saying, I didn't agree to that. The other sister was going to do that. And it's like, I have it in writing because we have it in messages that you said you were going to.
Oh, no.
But because she's also, well, her husband is lending me the van to be able to drive all of the stuff from Sarah's house up to the expo. I couldn't go and be, a prick about it. I had to be very diplomatic because she's the kind of person who could just go, well, fine, you can't use my van.
Yeah.
And I mean, to her benefit, her only daughter is expecting a baby the following week.
She can
So
still have it.
hopefully, I mean, most first births don't go term. Yeah, they go longer than term. Ladies in the chat, please chip in. Pam's about to say that her first was early, aren't she? I had that look on your face.
I was always like weeks and weeks past whenever my due date was. So
yeah, now the thing that hinges most on my parents' survival is that my sister's daughter goes over her due date so that she doesn't have to run away and can stay here long enough to look after my mum and dad while I'm away with Sarah at the expo.
yeah.
Kat says she was post-term or past term for the first one. Was that for your first one, Kat?
I was like 2 weeks late on my first one, I think. The only one I was ever really close was my last one. I was 2 days earlier than my due date, but that was my 5th baby. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I think my first boy was, I think he was overdue, but he ended up being a cesarean. So yes, let's just hope. Let's just, everyone, please cross your fingers that this baby comes a little bit later than its due date so that my sister can actually fucking look after my parents while I'm away trying to make a name for my woman and sell some product. Is that selfish? I don't think so.
No.
Oh, did I say something about belly dancing before?
What did you say, Bob?
Trash Cat said I'm here for Bob's belly dancing lessons. I must have said something about seeing belly dancing for men on TikTok or somewhere. It's a real thing.
Men doing belly dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd watch it if you were doing it,
Well,
but
no,
I
It's
don't think
for-
I'd watch it if I was doing it.
it's for the exercise. It's not for the erotic thing, obviously.
Yeah, right. Well, it's good for the lumbar region, isn't it? Belly dancing loosens up
know.
that bottom part of your spine.
I don't know. I'd probably be in traction if I tried it. About my TikTok usage, you go ahead and talk about it. That's where I just came from. I was back and forth between a guy that was bald and he was getting little bitty dots of ink all over done in his head professionally instead of, to look like he shaved his head. And then I was looking at a plant channel, this guy in New York that does a live every Saturday night with his plant channel, sells a ton of plants. And the other one was a snake channel, of course.
Of course.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Wow. Still so much glare behind that tank.
We'll start slow. It'll have to be slow. Imperceptibly
I believe
slow.
nobody's even noticed anything about me.
I haven't even looked at you. Let me go over there.
Yeah. I was waiting for someone to mention it before I said anything. I'm still gonna stay mum.
You got your hair cut? Is that
I
it?
did. I cut off my hair.
Yeah. And you've got on a bit of makeup too, I think.
No,
Yeah.
just cut my hair.
Just looking
That's-
fresh.
Well, yes, I will tell you guys this because my sister who is a hairdresser, would be rolling over in her grave if she heard me telling you guys this. But I don't think you can see it, but there. It is a pair of kitchen shears. That's what I cut my hair with. I sat at the computer with the webcam on and cut my hair off with a pair of kitchen shears.
GRB makes a good point too and says you don't have mouse
Oh, yeah,
ears.
I forgot to put on my mouse ears tonight.
Good spot, GRB. You're all over it.
Yep. Of
Extra
course, they don't
point.
really show with the stupid green screen anyway, so
True.
I was waiting for somebody to notice that my hair was all gone. Yeah, the green screen's kind of a pain in the butt, but
I saw Christmas lights that light up on a headband like that, like 4 of the old-fashioned bulbs.
there's my hair.
I
You did
think
a good job.
for a haircut you did with meat shears in a kitchen with a small mirror, I think you've done extremely well. Or kitchen shears, whatever you want to call them.
Kitchen shears, yep.
I need a new pair of meat shears because my ones are shit. They barely slice through gristle.
Yeah, I got 2 really cheap pairs a couple months ago. 2 because I use them all the time for cutting cardboard and stuff too. So I go through them fast. So I got 2 ones that were like $2.95 a piece or something like that.
Bargain.
But hey, they cut my hair. It cut my hair pretty good.
Yeah,
It worked.
looks nice. Can you do mine, Pam?
No. I think you'd have a heart attack if I stood over you with a pair of kitchen shears and started whacking away.
My
Yeah.
sister asked me the other day, we were shopping, and she said, "Why haven't you got a haircut?" And I thought, hell, when was the deadline? And I said, I'm letting it grow out.
Yeah, and whoever you use as your barber, Bob, why would you change? Whenever they do you a haircut,
I just go to whichever
everyone
place is open.
notices, and it
No.
always looks a gem.
No, it's just whichever place is open when I happen to have time to run and get it done.
You must just be blessed with beautiful hair
I
that
must be.
cuts well.
I must be. It's just cut off short so that you can't mess that up, really. I'm always concerned about me being on TikTok, but I'm fine, trust me.
And does Huawei said you do too much TikTok? I think you don't do enough.
I tried to show him something that was on TikTok, and that's when I learned that he had deleted that app because it was bad.
Oh,
TikTok's like
calm down, Kat. If only you could see it in person. Come and run your fingers through it, Kat, and you'll probably disagree instantly.
Worm, for the love of God, come on. I tried to block her out by sitting up close to the desk, but it's not working.
Well done, GRB. New cars are the best, at least for the first 2 or 3 weeks until you start discovering their flaws. For those that don't know, I just did a 2 and a bit hour stream with Rico Stan. I did his focus on. I was his focus for this week. It was good fun and stuff, but I did drink for most of it, so I am already quite a little bit drunker than I would be at the start of this stream. So don't try and trick me into saying things that I wouldn't normally say or do.
You just did it tonight?
Oh,
Yeah, like
I think it's killing me right now.
I finished like 20 minutes before we started this one.
What was your first erotic fantasy, and did it involve relatives
A reptile.
He
or
didn't.
reptiles?
He didn't ask me that question. Oddly enough.
We're asking you. The audience is asking.
What was my? Did it involve reptiles or relatives? Did you say
Either.
either? Jesus, now you're putting me on the spot, aren't you? My wow, I might go on. Please don't record this, anyone. But my
Hold on a minute.
first,
Okay. Go
my
ahead.
first erotic fantasy might have actually involved a relative. I think the first person that I was sexually attracted to might have been a cousin. But that might have been before I knew that wasn't cool. So thank goodness I didn't act on that. Oh no, hang on. I kissed a girl at my 12th birthday party. We had a mudslide into the creek, and one of the rules was that we were all pairing off to kiss as we slid down the mudslide into the creek, and I kissed a girl there. Whoa, thank goodness I avoided that.
Ever spent time in a Turkish prison?
Oh,
That's
are
what
we still
DRT asked.
directing questions at me? I've only ever been overseas once, and it was only to Fiji. Not very far at all. Unless if you count
Daniel?
swimming in the
Hey, Daniel.
Pacific Ocean as being overseas. Hola, Dan.
Daniel was posting stuff on Facebook all day today that was like food and looked really good. It made me want to go get my bottle of Tapatio and dig in. Hi, Daniken.
Kenny. Hey, Kenny, thanks for popping up in that last stream too. It was good to see you there.
Oh, I'm going to have to take some pills pretty quick. My leg is just killing me. I take ibuprofen all day, and it's usually not too bad. Oh, my bandage is wet, so it must be seeping. That's probably why it hurts so much.
Have you got paracetamol as well? Because you can alternate them and sort of take them every 2 hours, alternating, and they help you out a bit.
No, I just got ibuprofen, and I can't take anything that has like that stuff that's in Tylenol because I'm very allergic to it. So,
Right. Well, don't do that then.
yeah. Otherwise, I would definitely do that.
You know, you can alternate pain medicines if it's not synthesized the same way. You know what I mean, Vern? You can take something in between your whatever you just said you're taking.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, you can take something in between that as long as it's
Yeah, but the problem is that like the other thing to take would be most likely Tylenol, and I can't take Tylenol at all because I'm very allergic to it.
What about
Yes,
what
you don't
about
wanna do
Pirin? What about Pirin?
Or
About what? Aspirin?
Yeah.
I could probably take aspirin, but I don't have any right now. I just have ibuprofen. But I usually I take it when I get up in the morning, and then it like eases the pain, but it usually like subsides after I take the second dose. Because I think when I go to bed and so I don't take it for 8 to 10 hours, it kind of leaves my system, and then I have to take a couple doses before it builds back up again and starts doing anything.
And do you like? I'm not 100% sure how Tylenol works, but surely you must build up some kind of tolerance to that med as well.
Tylenol?
Yeah, if you're taking it on the regular, your body must build a tolerance to it, and so you might need to take a little bit more each time, sort of thing. I don't know,
Oh,
Bob.
I don't know. I don't take. I used to be able to take Tylenol, but then it started making my legs swell up every time I took it. So I
Yeah.
had to quit taking it.
Don't take over the maximum recommended dose on Tylenol. I can't tell you how many people that I got referred as a transplant case manager that needed a liver because they accidentally overdosed on Tylenol. That shit will fry your liver if you take too much.
Well, it fucks with your liver and your kidneys, doesn't it?
I think it's just liver. None of them ever
Yeah.
needed kidney transplants. But yeah, more than fatty liver, more than alcohol, yeah, Tylenol overdose, unintentional. And I love Tylenol, so I'm always cautioning myself.
Yeah, I had to quit taking Tylenol because it was I was getting allergic reactions to it.
I got allergic to aspirin, and I hate it because I love that too. Nothing's good lasts forever.
Oh, I know my sister was having problems with her teeth, and she was taking a lot of everything, and then she started bleeding internally, and they couldn't stop it, and she passed away.
Jesus.
So
Kenny says he uses natural pain reliever.
uh,
I always assume when people say that they mean marijuana.
Yeah, we had to switch the Beagle Cocoa back to her original numb version.
that's what I take, Patty. I take 3 200-milligram pills at
I
one time.
can't take ibuprofen. I took it one time for a compartment syndrome in my ankle, and the doctor said take the maximum, and I turned orange as a UT banner.
Oh,
So don't ever take it again. Orange.
Like jaundice, orange, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's
Orange
definitely
eyes,
an
everything.
impact on your liver then, isn't it?
Yeah, and it made my liver sore too. It took a while to get over that. So I don't take that. And we'll have you scared to death.
Yes, GRB, ibuprofen is bad for your kidneys and your liver. If you can do it when you're requiring pain medication, you should alternate between ibuprofen and paracetamol because they can work in conjunction in your body, but you also need to be careful if you have issues, like Bob said, Some people have issues with paracetamol. Some people have issues with ibuprofen.
Yeah, I have issues with the Tylenol stuff. So
And I know
Please.
the paracetamol from previous education is Tylenol.
Please check with your physician before taking Dr. Black's advice, because I'm not really a doctor. I'm just pretending. But I know some
you
stuff.
just play one on YouTube.
So are we. We're just all pretending too. So. My problem is I can't remember to take it, and then I get gone or get somewhere, and I'm like, holy hell, I didn't take my medicine.
But it takes until that moment that you are experiencing that pain before you go, oh, hang on, I forgot to take my meds.
Yep.
And by then it's too late.
And the doctor asked me if I didn't need them anymore because, they could do a pill count every month, every visit. And I'm like, no, I need them. I just don't remember to take them. I was thinking this crazy old bitch can't even remember his medicines.
So was anyone, I know Cragos was there in the Rico Stan stream. Was anyone else there?
Jenny said that you did good because she must have been there because she said you did good earlier.
What did Jenny say?
She said that you did good on the other stream.
Oh, thanks, Jen. I appreciate that.
What was the format like? I did it like the third or fourth person who did. I was a fill-in for somebody, but not like a special.
I have a strange feeling that I might have been a last-minute fill-in as well for someone who might have pulled out. But yeah, it was just, there was no preset format or anything. It was just the first hour is one-on-one, Rico and me doing questions, and the second hour was questions from the chat, both of us. So I thought that
Patty says she lurked throughout.
It suited my style because I probably do better when I'm not prepared and I can just talk off the cuff and speak from the heart instead of trying to prepare answers. So I didn't mind the format at all. And the questions from the viewers, the second half, some of the questions were really like, whoa, hang on, I have to actually stop and think about that and create an answer. Whereas most of the stuff from Rico's first half, it's all just straightforward. Yeah, I know the answer to that because it's just about me and stuff. But yeah, a lot of the second hour questions are, almost.
Jenny says she was the one who asked you the reptile question.
I do remember that one, Jenny, too. You asked me what's the favorite reptile that I would keep or wanted to keep, and I stuck with the ones that I do. Well, I don't officially keep, but the carpet pythons one. So thank you, Jenny Lynn, for chipping in on the stream. Always like talking about my love of carpet pythons. Hey, Marty.
Hello. Lurk away, lurk away.
Trash cat. Drink one of these and call me in the morning. Seems like sound medical advice to me. Yeah, Zen Ginger's questions were, I don't know if Zenny's in here or not, but who is it? Trash cat. No, not Trash cat. Someone made a reference to Zen Ginger's questions in the chat. Anyway, Zen Ginger's questions were like, oh, fuck, you've got to pull back and actually think and really devise an answer. questions that are worded superbly to make you actually think about the question. It's not like, what do you prefer on your toast in the morning? or basic questions like that. Zen Ginger was piling on the questions that made me actually sit back in my chair and think about it and what would I actually tell these people as my answer,
Huawei said it was entertaining. I don't know how he means that, but he said it was entertaining.
What did he say?
Huawei said it was entertaining.
Patty says she doesn't think I was a fill-in. And Trav says, I watched it. Great stream.
I didn't know I was till like 2 years later, and he happened to mention it, and I was like, well, hell, I thought he would just wanted me on there.
So you did it too? Nice.
Yeah, he changed his format after that. He said one question he asked me, I was only like the third or fourth one, like the first few. And one of the questions he used to ask, unless he's gone back to it, was what's the saddest or most tragic or something along that line thing that you remember? And I told him it, and it was a mic drop. So he said he took it out.
Oh, thank fuck. That wasn't asked today. Jesus.
There you go.
I'm glad I didn't get asked that question. I probably wouldn't have had an answer because, there's been a few. I wouldn't like to polarize them or list them as their equal relativeness to one another. Relativeness? Relativity.
Oh, that sounds fun, Daniken. Because he's trying to get a German Shepherd Doberman mix in the tub to give her a bath.
Have you tried OxyContin?
Have you guys been seeing that? Probably on TikTok, but YouTube maybe. It's a cross, and it's a breed now. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a real popular cross between a bloodhound, a big old bloodhound, and a what's not a Great Pyrenees, but the sheepdog, the great big sheepdog. And they're gorgeous. They're droopy like a bloodhound, but they're fluffy like the sheepdog.
Huh.
So I guess we'll start getting those in the shelters in a few minutes. People get tired of them.
Lol, GRB. Absolutely, yeah. That's a very sad memory. The Wallabies is the name of the Australian Rugby Union team, and they did very shit at the recent World Cup in Europe. Trash Cat says, Blackie, how does that one song go? Which one, Trash Cat? What the f*** are you on about?
Jenny.
I'll go do a wee and let Trash Cat organise her questions a little bit more effectively.
Jenny, you were great on there. In fact, I was thinking today, we're trying to get like some people that can come regularly. Because Susie, it's almost impossible for her, and of course Mike has issues and can't. And I thought, I wonder if Jenny, is off like one Friday a month, if she would come on. I was thinking that just today. Could have been yesterday, if it's after midnight.
My bandages are all wet. I think I got to change them after the show's done, after the stream.
Need to have her back. Well, I read that as lure Jenny back. Whatever it takes. Eyes are crossing. There you had a little lamb. What is that kind of dog? They had one on the Ghost and Mrs. Muir. You remember that, Pam?
Do it on camera and make good content. No, everybody would like run away, believe me. House burn, it's some parts of it are starting to heal and some parts of it are not. So it's just going to take time.
You might need to start irrigating that with some saline, you know what?
I did for a while, like all last week, but then I ran out of saline, so
Yeah.
I'm not doing it now.
You could do half strength peroxide, but then rinse it with tap water afterward. Don't do full strength peroxide, for God's sake.
I'm actually allergic to peroxide too.
Oh,
so.
you did say that before.
Yeah.
I keep prescribing it, don't I?
Yeah. I can't use peroxide or any kind of like alcohol on my skin because it just totally like blisters me instantly.
You need something on there to debride that. To keep that pus and stuff moving, get it off there.
Yeah, I should order another sterile saline thing. I just haven't. Because I was doing like the saline. I'd take the old bandages off and then flush it with saline and let it dry and then put on the Silverton stuff and then the gauze and then wrap it up.
Yeah.
Which takes me about an hour, believe it or not, because it's quite a large area to cover.
Yeah, I'd
But
like
I
to
just
give,
ran out of saline like a couple days ago.
I'd like to give some hefty kudos to Huawei for sending you that.
Yeah, that was very nice of him.
Lovely pack of medical stuff and stuff.
Very nice.
You're a gem, Huawei.
He said you were getting a care package whether you wanted one or not. Whoa. Yeah, it's going to say that, but you don't have any choice. Since she's allergic to peroxide, she don't have any choice. There might be something else, Pam, that you could use, but I can't think of what it might be. I never was a burn nurse. I don't really know. Just basic shit.
Burns are very difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Doctors specialize in burns and all that. So. Well, Pam, if you should lose your leg, changing the topic, if you should lose your leg, are you going to keep it to bury it with you, or will you go ahead and?
I'll probably like take it to Tennessee and use it to beat you with.
Ah. Don't let anything go to waste, right?
That's right. That's
Exactly.
right.
Oh my God, I told one of the little art puppies that today, if he jumped on me again, I was going to break his leg off and beat him to death with it. Luckily, we were alone. Jesus.
I was watching a TV show last night in which that happened. Someone's limb got ripped off and they got beaten with it.
Was that, I don't watch TV, was that one of those old Columbo?
One of those old Columbo episodes.
Yeah, there was one where somebody got beat to death with their prosthetic leg or something.
Yeah, no.
No.
I thought you were meaning that Peter Falk tore someone's arm off and beat them to death before he accused them of murder. No, it was on a cartoon called Invincible, written by the same dude that did The Walking Dead.
Run your bad reputation with kind gestures. Yep. The word's out.
Yeah, Sam was pretty cool sending me a care package, and I don't see her in here right now, but TJ sent me some stuff too, so that was pretty awesome.
Nice one, TJ. Wow, it's so dark around that tank from my eyes, but it still just appears as white. But at least you can see my stacks of chairs.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Hmm.
And reflection
Oh,
of my
there's TJ.
clothes
Speaking of
dryer
TJ.
and my tray.
I was just telling everybody that you sent me some care packages to take care of burns too.
TJ's ears were burning.
Probably GRB because I love Peter Falk. He's genius.
Peter Falk's a really interesting one for me because my first exposure to him was Columbo, where he was like this, this Wally, this dickhead, this unit. But apparently he had such a, he had quite an impressive acting career before he took on Columbo, and he was
Yeah,
very
but I loved him
very
in
well now.
I loved him in Columbo, and he also played the grandfather reading the book in The Princess Bride.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my first experience with him being Columbo. I failed to understand how he had such an illustrious acting career before that, because he was it seemed such a, minor, I don't want to say the word, but such a spastic role. It was just so white bread. I've probably said too much. Peter Falk's army is going to come after me now. I just don't
He was
understand.
in another movie that I watched one time. I just barely remember it. It had he had some kind of cancer in the movie, and he was dying, and he bought like a camper and took his wife on a vacation, and she was back in the camper, and she kept putting signs in the window for him to stop because the dog had to pee, and and she was just on his case all the time, and he stopped and unhooked the camper and drove off. I still remember that, but I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but he was in it.
That was my next question. Do you remember the name of that film?
No.
And was The Princess Bride, was that before or after Columbo?
That was after.
And let's ask the viewers, the character that he played in The Princess Bride, how different was it to Columbo? Or
Didn't
was it
see
the
it.
same character? Or was he typecast? Was that just who he always acted as? Because I've never seen anything he did before Columbo, so I don't know. Even though he's touted as a good actor and stuff, I don't have any yardstick prior to Columbo.
Murder by Death.
You didn't see The Princess Bride?
I
No.
did.
Oh my God. You must watch it if you ever get a chance.
I've certainly seen it, but if that's my only yardstick for Peter Falk before Columbo, isn't it the same character?
It wasn't exactly the same character, but the same kind of laid back attitude as Columbo. Yeah.
But my point was that prior to The Princess Bride, people used to rave about him, didn't they?
I don't know, but I really liked him in Columbo. That was one of my favorite shows when it was on.
I just wonder what he did in the past to earn his reputation before he started doing the same role over and over and over again. Am I wrong that his character in The Princess Bride and Columbo were very similar characters?
They were kind of similar, yeah.
I can't comment because I didn't see it.
You didn't see The Princess Bride?
Nope.
Oh my God, you guys, that's one of my favorite movies.
That's very good.
How could you not have seen The Princess Bride?
There you go. That's what Wikipedia says about him. Oh, I didn't know he was a singer, director, producer.
He was in Mad, Mad World. Oh, I didn't know that.
Is he dead or is he still alive?
He died evidently in 2011, which I didn't even realize.
Oh, Daniel Velez. You're a Spanish speaking human that lives in the Americas, yes? Please confirm. I started watching a Spanish-made television show last night called Romanchero. I'm adding the rolled R's and the pronunciation of a C for Spanish effect. Romanchero. 6 episodes, horror, drama kind of thing. It's quite interesting if anyone wants to watch it. I had to watch it with English dubbing because my eyes are pretty shit house, so I can't necessarily read subtitles as quick as Spanish people talk.
That sets my Tourette's off. I can't do subtitles. Big time.
But yeah, not a bad show so far. I'm 4 episodes into 6, and it's spooky and it's violent and it's fun. Well, fun if you like spooky and violent, I guess. But yeah, I fell asleep last night during the
Mooney! Hey, I haven't seen you for a while.
Moonstone. No way.
Hey, Kim.
So far, it seems fun. Ooh, speaking of fun, there's a Formula One Grand Prix going on in Las Vegas. As well as a World Cup cricket event.
Huh.
It's a bit of mute. Yeah, so there's a high likelihood that I'm going to have to bail soon to watch the Grand Prix because it's very, very rare that we get to watch the F1 live down here in Australia. And because they're doing the Las Vegas one late at night, what the fuck? What the fuck are they doing an interview with Jared Leto in the F1 for? Skip. Yeah, it's very rare that we get live F1 in our time. What do you call it? Time zone. And because they've they're doing it so late in Las Vegas. Hey, TJ noticed your haircut, Pam. She didn't even have to be prompted.
Yes, I did. I cut my hair. I cut my hair with a pair of, doesn't show, it's hard to show, kitchen shears. Kitchen shears, yes.
You should call them meat shears so it sounds more brutal.
Meat
Right.
shears, yes.
Meat cleaver.
Yep, I sat in front of the computer with the webcam on and a pair of meat shears in my hand, and I just went to town.
Oh, look at this prettiness there.
Oh goodness, what a pretty snake.
She's right under that heat lamp. She knows what time it is.
Oh, Morph Market is now including fish. Cool.
I didn't know that. Who said that?
Mooney.
Mooney?
What's Morph Market?
Oh, you need to check it out, Blackie. It's got millions of snakes and reptiles and, yeah, all kinds of crap on it.
All sorts of things that won't be able to be shipped to me.
Well, I don't know. But you still go on there and look. And you can sell on there. There's underground reptiles, but it doesn't have nearly the reputation that Morph Market does. They at any time they have like 30,000 ball pythons listed on Morph Market. Yeah.
All those things. Ooh, ow. I've been pulling bandages off while I'm talking. It kind of stings a bit.
No doubt.
After the stream is over, I'm going to re-doctor and rewrap everything.
Rip it out.
Earlier in the day, but I just didn't do it yet today.
God, don't tell Ginger Graves that about Morph Market.
Yep, I use kitchen shears. I did it mostly by feel because it's hard to do anything using the webcam because everything's like flipped around backwards. But I used the webcam to kind of check it as I went to make sure I was getting it okay.
ADHD mode.
Webcam, the best haircut advisor.
Yep.
So is it only in this stream at the moment, is it only myself and Dan that gives us stuff about F1?
Well,
Looks like it.
what do you mean F1?
Formula One car racing?
Oh, no. I know F1 is like F1 frying of fish and stuff. So
I'll try and not talk about it then because the race is very close to starting at the moment. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it for people, but I also don't want to rabbit on about it if people don't actually.
Yeah, I'm out of saline. I need to get some more. Because I was like flushing it with saline before I doctored it up, but I ran out. So now I just got to doctor it up.
yeah, that's
you
true.
You can just add salt water and you get saline. Right?
No, I'm not going to make salt water and use it on it. Nice try though, Blackie. You would have probably heard me scream in Australia if I did that. It was what was that sound? Oh, I think that was Pam.
It wasn't the nuclear attack alarm. It was Pam screaming.
Yep.
Worm, if you're going to sit there, do you mind signing or whisper in the chat what they're saying to me?
Worm. Hey, Worm. 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 Look here.
Oh, there's the worm.
At least she bent over a little bit. Now, sit right there. Jeez. And she can't lay without watching me. She's pitiful.
I need to take my ibuprofen again. It's time.
I remember that Huawei Cooper tires. Yeah, you're right. I guess I did know a little bit about it. A little bit, not much.
This is true, Huawei. They're very inconsistent tires. They fuck up some weeks they're good. And Kat, I promise you, Kat, I will enjoy my little car race. I didn't say they were wild unless I said wild as in this is a wild situation, Moonstone. They're all caged pythons that we put together for the first time to see how they would react to one another.
And you put them around your neck to see if they started throwing fangs.
Yeah. One. I mean, what better place to do it, right?
Right. Great content.
But yeah, they were. We expected a little bit of heat between them, but there was absolutely nothing. They were so cool. It probably had a lot to do with how drunk I was at the time and stuff. Because it was like must have been almost 1 o'clock in the morning when I got invited down to come and take part. Because initially the experiment was my son Joshua, the enclosure building son, sent me pictures of him putting his hand out like this in front of my snake Sue, with Sue not reacting. And because he doesn't get hurt, it's a him. Fucking got to really get a grip with the gender of that snake. G'day, Steve. He sent me pictures of him doing that with Sue, and I thought I really didn't know what he was doing at the time, and I said, "Oh, I'll be down in a minute. Let's muck around with Sue." And then I got down there and we were getting all 3 snakes out and trying to work out if they could survive together without fighting and whatnot. And they proved quite well that they could certainly coexist, with one another without attacking one another. Oh, thanks, Steve. That's good to know, man. Thank you. I didn't know how that whole stream was going to come off. Whether I was going to just be some Australian dickhead or not, but thank you for the review. It was kind of it was a little bit daunting that like turning off the chat in the first half of the interview was a little bit daunting because I'm so used to feeding off the chat that comes in during a stream. So it was a little bit daunting just being one-on-one, but I guess me and Rico bounce off one another well enough that we survived for that hour or so before we got the chat involved. Sue is the coastal carpet python, Jenny. I'll try and we'll stop using bad words, Huawei. I'll try and find the picture again. Unless Jenny, you know the difference between coastal carpet pythons and the other ones that are in the picture. But I'll try and find a picture of the 3 that I did. No. Why do I only have videos of
Moonstone, that's Worm. She's a chug that I adopted from the Ark about a year ago.
Oh, so the scissors not only work good for cutting hair, but they also work really good for cutting bandages off too.
Multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose kitchen shears.
Pam, I hope you don't get hair in that wound.
All right. So for Jenny Lynn's sake, Sue is the lowest head of them. This one down here, going up around here.
So she's the one that's got the pattern.
She is very patterned. I mean, they've all got pattern, but Sue is the lowest one here. I rescued Sue as a baby snake from crows that were attacking her in a previous workplace. She was trying to be eaten by crows.
So that's her body going around your elbow, and then her head comes back over.
I'll try and... This is Sue's body as I trace it around here. And don't get it confused with this little bit top here. That's the Bradley eye body. Yeah, she's pretty much got a traditional carpet python body, but with the more northern color variety.
And she's going to get the biggest, right? The coastals do.
The longest,
Yeah.
yes, probably, but the Bradley eyes often they're a more thick-set snake, so there's a fair chance that the Bradley eye will become the biggest one of them, and the diamond as well has the potential to become the biggest because they get, I mean, they're very, very, very similar to the coastal carpet pythons, just with different designs, but they also have the potential to become just as long. I love that photo as well. You can see Sue's head is here. I think, does he call? I can't remember. One of them. I can't remember if it's the Bradley eye or the diamond that he calls Suzanne. It's Three Snakes Cat.
You see her face up there at your shoulder.
Yeah, that's the Bradley eye. Probably was during that photo shoot was mostly the most timid one that sort of sat back while the diamond and Sue were more interested in looking around. Does video still play on my screen share?
Yeah. Now, is that the snakes that are going to be going into the new enclosure?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they were certainly interested in going multiple locations, but they certainly weren't interested in attacking each other. There goes Sue. That's Sue over his shoulders. Goat. Yeah. Throw the goat.
I like Sue.
I think you kind of look like Medusa.
That's one of my sons. Huawei knows that's Josh, and Josh. Shed Life. I've never even noticed that shirt in my past before, but Shed Life is a thing apparently.
Yeah, check that out.
So that's, if you see the one that he's just sent over his right shoulder is the Bradley eye. That snake has a completely different top half to its bottom half. Its top half has a similar color to Sue, the snake currently in camera focus, but its bottom half is very, very dark like the diamond python, the one that's hidden at the moment in this video.
Jesus, he looks just like you too, like the younger one.
He's got a little bit more of his mum in him than me. But yes, I do definitely agree that we have some. I have similar appearance to all of my sons.
They didn't seem like they were bothered at all with meeting up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm really glad that we did this. That we, acclimated them to themselves and had a go at putting them together, because it was completely the opposite result that we expected. We expected some feistiness or some shit to go down, but they were just so calm and so relaxed. Except for when I had the three of them on me was after this video was taken, and there was other guests there as well, and some shit went down, and I had to go and put the snakes away while these other people had their arguments and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was like, far out. We could have done this for 2 hours just fiddling around with snakes if these other fucking idiots weren't there that had their fights and whatnot.
Weren't getting enough attention.
Yeah, that's probably it. The snakes were getting too much attention, so let's
All the attention.
mark up and get our attention. Look how maggot that dude is. He is so drunk.
You're giving a little Russell Crowe there, Blackie.
Don't tell Russell that. He might sue you. And this is the other one that's probably taking the other one of the major boxes. It's a spotted or a children's python. We're not convinced that it's a spotted or a children's. We're still trying to work out whether it really is what it was sold as.
I forgot children's are native to Australia.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is also the first time that the little one was introduced to the big ones, to try and see how the big ones would react. But yeah, there's another good point too. Over my shoulder is the Bredli eyes color. Its top half is like the orangey color, and then as it disappears over my shoulder, it starts getting darker. I think I've put a video on my YouTube in the past of the difference, how its color changes. Like you can see, I'm not sure if you see my mouse cursor, don't you, as I wave it across the screen?
Yeah.
Like this down here is the bottom of the Bredli eye. Yeah, fucking missed it again, didn't I? No, mate, you need to stop. You need to stop eating all of my bugs. So this orange section at the front is this snake at the back, which is dark brown.
Ah.
Fucking missed it again. Yeah, his Bredli eye is two snakes in one. It's got two different color schemes completely, top half to bottom half. It's amazing. And that's this orange one in the middle at the moment. It's orange for the first half, and then it changes to black by the second half. Amazing looking snake. I should have bloody put that picture on Instagram, shouldn't I? But I didn't. Was too drunk to decide which one was the best.
Is that it in the middle of your back? The bread
No, that's the diamond that's wrapped around my back.
okay.
Aurelia Spiloti.
Oh, yeah, I see it matches now. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really hoping that the Bradley eye at some stage in one of these videos, I'm really hoping that you see the contrast between the orange part of its body to the black part of its body, because it's such a majestic looking snake. Oh my God, look how drunk that dude is. He's fucking out of it.
I thought it was just the weight of the snakes, the massive weight.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I meant to say. Look how he
Thank you, Mooney.
struggles amongst the weight of those snakes.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
How much did the 3 snakes weigh?
I would say I did guess like 10 kilos earlier, so like 20 to 25 pounds. They're
Wow.
quite beefy. There's quite a bunch of weight. But see here behind Sue's head, the black section. Can you see where my mouse cursor is?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the bottom half of the orange one.
Oh, okay.
The Bradley eye. So it blends about halfway down its body. It blends from this orange. Oh, now it starts again. This orange. You see the orange that I'm referring to?
Yeah.
Now,
But it's a whole different pattern, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like 2 snakes in one. I'm going to keep flicking through until we can find a definitive video that shows the difference in this Bradley eye.
Thank you, Mooney. Thank you so much.
Whoops. Little snaky show of the cages in the background. But yeah, they were so well behaved with each other. We were both very surprised there wasn't any, violence or taking out of one another.
No, they look pretty calm.
I'm hoping at some stage that we do get some footage of the contrast in the Bradley eye. That one that he just took in his hand is the same one that was on my left shoulder. But now we're not going to go back to that one on my left shoulder, are we? Oh, look at me dance. Yay, he must be drunk. He's dancing.
It looks like you were saying if I want to.
How good is it to have those enclosures out of focus in the background like that? Teasing the viewer.
Nice.
Don't do that, Daniel.
That really gives perspective of their size there.
Well, that's the hardest thing about snakes, isn't it? That you really have no idea about how big they really are until you've stretched them out in a straight line. Because all 3 of these snakes they're all longer than 2 meters, I think. Oh, there's the boxes before they're painted. And the old containers.
It's easy to keep, isn't it?
Wow. That's a I'll have to try and get some extra footage of that Bredli eye, because its pattern, its design has always blown me away, because it's, like I said, it's two snakes in one with the way its design is, because halfway down its body it sort of morphs into a completely different snake design. Orange and white into black and yellow. It's amazing.
I've read that about them too. Do you know, Blackie, that the hatchlings are feisty?
Most carpet python hatchlings are feisty. I think that's just innate, because they've got to be defensive when they're babies, because otherwise they're just going to get eaten. So they've got to bite at everything.
Yeah.
When I rescued Sue from crows or ravens, whatever they were, there was a bunch of them trying to eat Sue, and even when I rescued Sue, Sue was trying to bite the fuck out of me.
Yep.
I think it's just natural that baby pythons try and defend themselves, because they know they're pretty much defenseless, because they don't have the muscles to strangle many things at that age, except for little lizards and whatnot.
Yeah, Moonstone, I wouldn't do a retic either. I look at them all the time in some of the stock live streams I'm in, like the Golden Childs, and some of those are stunning. But they're 6 feet when they're just 2 years old, and then they go on up to 12, 14, 18 feet. And yeah, live by myself, and nope, it's just too dangerous for me.
Plus, you got all the little doggies and stuff.
Right.
They
Yeah.
would definitely eat the doggies.
If they got a chance, they probably would.
Yep.
Can I just also make a comment to chat that, because I've been sharing my screen, I haven't been reading the chat, so I'm just going to go back through chat now. Jenny Lynn, I hope I explained to you which one was Sue. And yeah, thanks, Jenny Lynn, as well. They are, all three of them are so beautiful snakes. Pat, that's 3 snakes. I think I probably said that already. At once. Yeah, that's right, Cat, at once. They do now, Cat. That was the first time we tried it. I think I said that then. Sorry if I'm repeating things that I already said.
Oh, look at the little worm.
You can take my share
Yeah.
screen down if you want now, Pam. I think I've showed
Okay.
whatever I can out of the snake file.
Been bandaging while you guys are talking.
Oh, if you want,
and it hurts. It stings.
Huawei says Bob Blackie
Yeah, they
on
would.
reptiles.
Yep, I'm fidgeting
Do what?
because I'm like putting on fresh bandages and stuff, and it kind of stings.
Did you say what Kim said about the cow painting?
Yeah, you don't want the cow painting anymore.
She said
I'm
it
kind of
needs.
disappointed that you don't want it.
She said it needs a new home to auction it, and she'll ship it. What cow painting is that?
That's the peekaboo cow that you like.
Oh, hell yeah. Do it tonight. Coro. It's not the
Seriously,
painting.
Mooney, you don't want it anymore?
It's not the painting though, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, she has the painting.
I don't have much money. Worm, get out. Get out.
Oh, Mooney says just DM her so you guys can work something out.
I was just seeing that you were in chat, Coro. Just saying, there's Coro or something. Mumbling.
Did you see that, Bob? She said just send her a DM.
Oh. Well, somebody
Yeah,
else might want
the
it.
frame was really cool on that painting.
Yeah.
It fits it really well.
Yeah. That'd be 2 or 3 snakes, though. I don't know if I can cut it into my reptile budget like that.
Lol. Huawei says, Blackie, you're a braver man than I to share your camera roll. And yeah, that's because my camera roll's just got snakes on it, Huawei. Who knows what the fuck you've got on yours, brother?
Right.
But, send me links. I'll have a look. Oh, I'm doing silly smiles at the camera, but I forgot that I changed my camera to the fish tank camera. Can we make sure we go for like another 3 or 4 hours until the sun sets so that the fish tank is not shrouded
I
in
don't
this
think so,
super
Blackie.
white-
Although we used to do streams like that all the time.
The good old days.
Yeah.
He's got snakes on there, too.
Remember the 24-hour streams that we did?
What did we do? 2 of them, didn't we?
Yeah, we did a couple of them.
2 too many, some would say.
Oh, dear.
Kim, get you a king snake if you just want something for retiring rents. Breeder rents.
That's a second one. Jenny Lynn saying Blackie
Yeah, I
on
remember
reptile.
Aquamate did one.
What did Aquamate do?
A 24-hour stream.
Yeah, that
I
was
remember covering part of it when he was in bed. Who was
unfortunate.
it? Somebody came on while he was sleeping. Who was that? Was it Joey?
I don't remember, but it was ridiculous that it just happened to be on my birthday.
I remember that. You got drunker than shit too.
I think when I woke up the following morning, it was still the morning, and I think I'm doing visuals again, but I've got the wrong camera on. I was sculling from a wild turkey bottle, so it was like, let's just start again. God, only to be young again. I wish I was young again and to be foolish.
Oh, was
so
it
many years ago?
Was it that other Australian guy? He never comes on anymore. Never does videos hardly.
Thirsty.
Yeah, Thirsty Rabbit. That might be who it was, Pam. I tried to watch it, but Jesus.
Cat says, "Can we see Blackie?"
What do you want to
He's
see?
kind of hard to see right now, isn't he?
I've spent all this effort setting up my second camera for my previous stream that I was involved in, that I figured I best use it now because I didn't get a chance to use it in the last stream. The belly dance, trash cat. You don't want to see that. Make yourself, if you want to see the Blackie belly dance, make yourself a bowl of like orange or red
It's
jelly,
warm, Moody.
and then just once it's set, just sit there and wobble it in front of your face. That's your belly dance.
That's Worm Kim. She got her name from the Men in Black. Worm. I didn't name her. She came named already. She looks like the worms in that movie, supposedly. Worm.
Oh, dang it.
Wormy. Oh.
Huawei has promised that he's going to, when he saves up enough money, he's going to fly out here, and we're going to do a live stream together, and we're going to do a OnlyFans channel where we do a bunch of stuff together, where everyone has to pay for it. I believe that was the gist of the email, Huawei. I can't remember the exact details, but I think it was something like that. Not 100% sure. Kat says I'm gonna want to see that. What, Blackie and Huawei nude together, wriggling around in olive oil.
Oh my God.
I couldn't
gotta
imagine
go.
anything more frightful.
Gotta go. See y'all next time.
I mean, Huawei's a good-looking boy and all, but goodness, I'd hate to ruin his reputation by putting him in a video with me.
There is a limit.
Oh, GRB, I went to one like that in Brisbane. That was the same sort of thing. You'd go in, you get your Turkish food. It was all very low tables and pillows on the floor and hookers, as in hookahs, you know, the communal smoking devices, not prostitutes. Yeah, it was a really, really fun experience. I wish I could remember what that was called. I bet it doesn't exist now because you can't smoke in restaurants and stuff nowadays. But back in the day, that was a very enjoyable experience. Baby oil. God. I know there's thousands and thousands and thousands of bad smells in the world. But how many bad smells rank worse than baby oil? Because that baby oil stinks as far as I'm concerned. I used to
There's
have
a whole lot of worse smells than baby oil.
Yeah, there is, but how many? I had a girlfriend that always wanted to be rubbed down in baby oil, and I would just flatly refuse because I hate the smell of baby oil. It's disgusting. I'd rather rub you down in bloody canola oil or olive oil or fucking motor oil for that matter than baby oil. That shit stinks. No thanks. You can go rubless if you refuse my offer of motor oil.
Oh, I still remember. No, I won't even tell you guys that.
You will now, because you started it.
Just something about my ex-husband when he had his back muscles were aching, and he asked me to rub him down with Bengay. And I didn't know what Bengay would do to your private parts. And I found out because he screamed really loud.
Can you explain to the uninitiated what Bengay is? Because I don't know.
Oh, Bengay is some really stinky stuff that you use for muscle aches.
Oh,
And,
like a
evidently
dengue
it
or
does
something
not
like
you should not apply it to any of your private parts.
Not your glance penis.
Icy hot. Yeah, it's like icy hot.
that. Right.
Menthol. Menthol.
I'm innocent though. I had absolutely no idea until he started screaming.
You found out.
Which was not
very,
the effect. That was not exactly the effect I was going for.
you certainly got to question the guy that uses Bengay as a masturbatory lubricant, isn't it? That guy's got to be on a watch list. Oh wait, hang on. I've discovered the error of my ways because it wasn't his choice; it was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're just a sadist.
Yep. That's it.
He was just a victim. It's not like he was saying, "Rub me down with Bengay; it makes me horny." Jesus.
Coro, do you need us to call the fire department?
I just thought that's what you do when you're given a back rub, but evidently not.
Time and place, you know. To each his own, as it were. Tingly lube is fairly interesting, says Trash Cat. What's tingly lube, Trash Cat? It's like a normal lube with some Bengay infused into it, so you get a little bit of burn on the sides. Not entirely convinced that you need a Bengay inside you based on Pam's description of it.
I remember all those commercials when I was a kid. DP, Bengay, Bruton Snuff. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Deep Heat's the only brand name that we have down here of those. And yeah, I wouldn't be using that anywhere near my private parts.
Mm-mm.
I used to use it a fair bit before and after a game of rugby when I was playing rugby as a kid.
Yeah.
Because it was very good for muscle soreness and impacts and stuff like that. But for sexual stuff, no, thank you.
Well, I found that out. Yeah,
No doubt.
figured that out. Okay. So I'm about halfway done with the wrapping. I got it due down by my ankle. I'm going to wait a bit. Hi, Kuro. Oh, icy hot on the eyelid. That's not a good thing.
I did something similar to that. Did I tell you all that? I think I did. No, maybe I told them at the Ark. I have a tube of some kind of antibiotic that the eye doctor wanted me to put on my blepharitis, rub it on my eyelids at bedtime. And I also I had real bad cold sores. I've never had them in my life, but about a month ago, I bought 2 or 3 things. And one of them was whatever the popular little tube of stuff for fever blisters is, but it also had lidocaine in it, xylocaine. Don't you know I rubbed that xylocaine on my eyes and it burnt like a bitch, but it went numb in just a minute. So one tube is red and one's white. So how I did that. I have 2 snakes begging me for something to eat. 2.
I don't know where did Blackie go?
I've got my chat up, so I didn't know it was gone.
Oh,
I went to the toilet. That's
okay. Well, I'm glad I'm halfway done anyway. It still hurts and it burns and it stings, but when I pull the bandages off, there's not a lot of like pus. There's some, but not like an enormous amount. So I think that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But you still
There's
need
got to
to
be some, because that's like a normal part of healing, but there's not like they aren't completely soaked or anything. So
Well, pus really isn't a normal part of healing. It's the leftover from an infectious process. Pus is not good.
yeah, well, there's not a lot of it. There's some, but not a lot. So
It sounds like you're fighting it off.
Sketty Nona's a gem because I'd actually forgotten. So thanks, Nona. Now I'm in the other tab looking at car racing. Bloody hell, how do you forget about stuff like that? It's so rare. So rare that you get a Formula One race in my time able to watch more Formula One, is what I mean. And now, because they're doing this Las Vegas race at an absolutely ridiculous time, it works for me. Amazing. But yeah, I still don't think the main race has started just yet. Lots of ads still. Lots of ads. Lots of footage of Vegas. Lots of Danica Patrick and leather. That girl wears a lot of leather.
What's a net pot, Patty? Yeah,
I want to know that as well.
Yeah, they're supposed
Is
to
that just
be.
like a ball covered in net where the Anubius grows out of it?
Are you trying to kill them or what?
okay, Mooney, it was wonderful of you to stop by, and I very much enjoyed seeing you. And have a good night.
Good to see you, Mooney. Thanks you for hanging out for this long.
And thank you for the super chats.
Absolutely. $22 from Mooney.
Yep.
You're a gem, Moonstone. Thanks heaps.
Oh, like the little squishy pots, and it's got this like steel wool, or not steel wool, but that
Rock wool.
fiberwood stuff. Rock wool, yeah. Huh, that's interesting.
Well, guys, what do you think? Should we go ahead and call it a night? We've kind of slowed down, and I need to finish bandaging up the bottom of part of my leg. And I'm kind of fidgeting, like TJ said.
Can I take a moment of everyone's time just to appreciate the group of people that we've had coming along to these streams? I'd like to thank this mob of people that we constantly have week after week. They're excellent people.
Yes, they
I love
are.
their presence, and I super appreciate being here with us while we do these shows. And extra appreciation to Kat McKenzie, who says, Blackie, have fun watching your little car race.
All right.
I'm not 100% certain if I should take that as Kat patronizing me for wanting to watch a car race or what, but I'm gonna be, I'll take it as patronizing. Thanks, Kat. I love you too.
And we should be doing a stream on Tuesday. And I'm thinking I might do a stream on Thanksgiving evening. What do you guys think?
When do you get Thanksgiving this year? Is it always on the same day?
Yeah, it's always on like the third Thursday of the month or something, but it's this coming week. It's Thursday. So I'm thinking about doing a stream on Thursday night because everybody will be stuffed and the football
Not
game
willing
will
to
be
do
over,
anything except
and
sit down and watch
maybe
YouTube.
people will want to relax for a bit after stuffing their faces all day.
I'll be at
Alright.
the Ark on Thursday. We don't close on holidays, but yeah, Thursday's awesome.
So yeah, so I'm thinking of throwing in an extra Thursday one this week. So
All right.
thank you everybody for coming in,
Thanks
And-
everyone for hanging out.
listening to us and hanging out. And yep, enjoy the F1 race.
Thanks. I'm gonna go and I'm already overdue for going and doing that.
Okay. So we'll see you all.
Consider yourself lucky that I've stayed this long.
We'll see you all on Tuesday, and I think we'll do one on Thursday too. So good night, everybody.
Thanks everyone. Take it easy.
Good night.